SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family. S is for students, F for families too. U is for united, talking about me and you. S for solidarity, D is for diversity. SFUSD.
I'm so happy to have you back, geologists. How are you? Ooh, I love hearing when you're all doing well. Were any of you able to make your own rock models last night? Oh, some of you did. How did it go? Okay, that's great. Some of you saw some erosion. Remember, that explains to us what happens to rocks when it moves or is worn down. I wanted to show you some landforms today that show us erosion. Oh, yeah. Thanks for asking about the word landform. A landform is a feature of Earth's surface, such as a mountain, a cliff, or a valley. These landforms take a very long period of time to erode. The ones that we're going to learn about and focus on today are ones that we can find here in San Francisco. We are going to focus on the ones on the coast that we can observe. These landforms are on the water, so they are constantly interacting with the strong waves from the ocean. We're going to learn about cliffs, peninsulas, and bays. Have you heard of any of these landforms? Great. Most of you recognize cliffs and bays. The second one we should all know because San Francisco is in the Bay Area. Today we'll learn why it's called that. We should just go ahead and get started. Let's start with the bay. A bay is defined as water surrounded by land on 3 sides. Our bay is surrounded by San Mateo County, Alameda County, and Santa Clara County. Let's look at some examples on the screen of different bays. What did you notice? Yeah, you could see the land on the 3 sides and the water. That's great. I have my sketch here of the San Francisco Bay so we could double check for ourselves. So let's check it out. We can count the sides with land. So this is our bay. Here's the water. And we have 1, 2, 3 sides with land. I wonder how erosion plays into that. We'll see. The other landform that I mentioned is peninsula. This one's a little similar to a bay, but actually it's the opposite. You'll see. It's a landform surrounded by water on 3 sides. Why don't we observe some images of peninsulas? What did you notice? I noticed that too. It was connected to more land on one side and had water on the other 3. A peninsula is a word used to describe the city and county of San Francisco. If you look at a map, San Francisco is connected at the south, as you can see, and surrounded by water on all 3 other sides. Great observations, geologists. The San Francisco Bay Area has been forming for thousands and thousands of years, and some parts for even longer. But our peninsula is not only influenced by erosion, but also by earthquakes. This area has received a lot of geologic activity in the past, and that has influenced how it's shaped. But let's get to our final landform. This one can be found along the Great Highway between Sunset and Richmond. Cliffs. Cliffs are steep drop-offs in the land. Ours leads straight into the ocean. Let's check out some images of other cliffs. So it seems that cliffs aren't always along oceans. Some just drop off into more rocks. I read that they are also formed through erosion and water. It seems like water is actually really strong. I mean, it's wearing down rocks. But based on my research, this doesn't happen as quickly as we saw in our models. Geologists, I think we're almost ready to answer our question tomorrow. I enjoyed learning about the different landforms with you today. Which one of these was new to you? That's great that you got to learn about it. Well, please enjoy the rest of the show. I can't wait to learn even more with you tomorrow.
Hello, friends. Mr. Ryther here. Happy Earth Day. Earth Day comes every year on April 22nd, and it's one of my favorite days because it's the day when people all around the world come together and celebrate something that we all have in common, the planet Earth. And there's so many different ways to celebrate Earth Day. Some people plant trees. Some people organize beach cleanups. Some people, like me, write songs for the Earth. And this is a song that I wrote and a video that I made years ago, back when my hair was shorter. And it asks the question, why can't every day be Earth Day?
There's only one day to care for all creatures large and small. Only one day to repair the blue globe that unites us all. Just one day to think up solutions. Only one day to create less pollution. Why only one day to show our love to the planet we adore? We want more. We want more, we want more, we want more. Why can't every day be Earth Day? Every day, let's all go green. Show the planet what she's worth day. She's a living, breathing thing. One day to give back, one day to lend her a hand. Is that all you've got for someone you call a friend? One day for her prairies and beaches, to praise her for all that she teaches. Why only one day to show our love to the planet we adore? We want more. We want more, we want more, we want more. Why can't every day be Earth Day? Every day, let's all go green. Show the planet what she's worth day. She's a living, breathing thing. Hey, let's run through the greenery. Let's kick off our shoes. Fall in love with the scenery in shades of green and blue. Why can't every day be Earth Day? Every day, let's all go green. Show the planet what she's worth today. She's a living, breathing thing. She's a living, breathing thing. She's a living, breathing thing.
Thanks for listening to my Earth Day song. How do you celebrate Earth Day?
Oh, hi, friends. It's me, Miss Nikki. You know, I was just thinking about times long, long ago. And I was thinking about all the different animals and stuff that lived long, long ago. And I was looking at this one animal called the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, look at this thing. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, T-Rex for short, was one of the largest dinosaurs to ever walk the earth. Look how gigantic this thing is. I'd say this is one of the largest dinosaurs to ever stomp the earth. Because for sure, if you're that big, you don't walk really pretty. You probably walk like boom, 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 boom. Now, the Tyrannosaurus Rex lived about 70 million years ago. Million years, that's a lot of birthday candles. And they lived right here in North America like we do. And they weighed about 7.5 tons, like as heavy as a delivery truck, as heavy as 7 cars stacked together. Can you imagine even picking up one car? This thing weighed as much as 7 cars all together. Look at this thing. Look at its tiny, tiny arms. But look at those big, powerful teeth. And the Tyrannosaurus Rex was not just gigantic, it was tall. Like 20 feet tall. That's taller than a giraffe. That's like 2 giraffes. The Tyrannosaurus Rex ate meat. Lots and lots of meat. And they were known for being a fierce dinosaur. That means they were ferocious, aggressive, powerful, and strong. Today, we're going to read about a T-Rex. But this is tiny T-Rex. Tiny T-Rex does not look like this T-Rex at all. But look, tiny T-Rex still has those little tiny arms that the T-Rex is known for. Let's read about tiny T-Rex. Let's read about what it must feel like to be a tiny T-Rex. And what must it be like to have really tiny arms? Tiny T-Rex and the Impossible Hug by Jonathan Stutzman, and all the pictures are done by Jay Fleck. As always, I want to thank our friends at Chronicle Books for sharing with us this great story, Tiny T-Rex and the Impossible Hug. Here's Tiny right here. Hello, Pointy. Are you okay? No. Today I feel sad. I don't want to play. Tiny T-Rex and the Impossible Hug. Hey, what do you do when one of your friends is sad? When my friends are sad, I like to cheer them up. Let's see what Tyrannosaurus Rexes do when their friends are sad. Tiny says, I have tiny arms. It's very difficult to hug with tiny arms. Well, who does he want to give a hug to? Each day I'm growing taller, but my arms are still tiny. Hugging almost seems impossible for a Rex as tiny as me, but I will try. Pointy needs me. Well, look at that. Tyrannosaurus Rexes also want to cheer up their friends when they're sad. And it looks like Tiny T-Rex is going to cheer up his friend Pointy by giving him a nice big hug. But how do you hug with tiny arms? Where is my father? I will ask him for advice. That's his father. He's not so tiny. Hello, Father. Rexes are thinkers, not huggers. Perhaps instead of hugs, mathematics might be the answer to your problem. You see the problem here? Happiness equals 8x plus 3y plus 2z. Well, that's a strange way to solve a problem. A happiness problem. Pointy does not like math. Math will only make Pointy feel worse. And so Tiny walks away. Hello, Aunt Junip. She's not so tiny either. Auntie Junip, I have a problem. I must learn how to hug, but my arms are too tiny. I have found that balance is the key to every problem. Balance and freshly squeezed cucumber juice. Tiny says, that is disgusting. I will ask my mother for help instead. I have fallen and now I'm lost. I do not think I will find my mother in here. Where is he? There's some scissors and a pencil. He fell into a drawer, but he's lucky because his mother is right there. Hey, his mother's not so tiny either, but she does have those tiny arms. Hello, Mother. Tiny, says his mother. It's okay if you can't hug. You are good at many other things. You are kind and creative and braver than most. You are tiny, but your heart is so big. I cannot hug with my heart, Mother. I must learn to hug with my arms. Hello, sister. Hello, brother. Please help me. Hugging is very difficult. We'd love to help, Tiny. To do the impossible, you must plan and practice, 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 practice. Look, they're practicing playing ping pong. Woof, bonk, bonk. Thank you, Trixie and Rari. that is good advice. Wham! And he hits the ball. I think he's going to practice giving hugs. I will plan my strategy. Wow, look at that strategy. Strategy is like, that's his plan. That's what he's going to do to figure out how to hug better with those tiny, tiny arms. I will get stronger. I will practice very hard. I will practice my hugs on everything. He's hugging a ball. He's hugging a book. He's hugging ice cream. But look what happens. It's not a good idea to hug ice cream. And then he hugs a cactus. Is that silly or what? He says, I will not practice on that anymore because he got all stuck. Cactuses are very sticky. I am almost ready. I will practice one more time, and when I am done, I will find my friend Pointy. This tree is very big, just like Pointy. I will hug it. That's a good idea, right? He should practice on something that's like Pointy. He has tiny arms, and Pointy's big, and he's gonna practice hugging this pointy-like thing. But this is not a tree. I've made a mistake. What is that? That's another dinosaur. That one's called a pterodactyl. And Tiny says, please help. From up here, everything looks tiny like me. I could hug everything that I wanted. But he fell. Now I'm falling. I should not have let go. Now I will never find Pointy. I hope he's going to be okay. He's falling from pretty high. He fell right onto Pointy. Hello, Pointy. Hello, Tiny. I am here to make you feel better. I've practiced very hard and hugged many things. My arms are still tiny and my hugs are still tiny, but I will do my very best because you are my very best friend. He only can hug the top of his head, but you know what Pointy says? Pointy says, thank you, Tiny. And he has a big smile. Pointy says, that was the biggest hug ever. And that's the end of our story. Tiny might have tiny arms, but like his mommy says, he has a very big heart. And just like us, Tiny the T-Rex, even though T-Rexes are known for being big and aggressive and powerful and ferocious, Tiny the T-Rex shows us that T-Rexes are also really good friends who have lots of hugs. And you know what? When you really care for someone, hugging is not as possible at all. Thank you, friends. I hope you enjoyed our story. I hope you enjoyed Tiny. And I hope you enjoyed learning about the big, ferocious T-Rex. Until next time. Bye, friends.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Jyoti.
Hi everyone, and I am Mr. Bongo.
And we're from San Francisco Ballet's Dance in Schools and Communities program. And today we're going to learn about a festival called Vaisakhi. Vaisakhi is celebrated by people who are Sikh and Hindu religions in India. Vaisakhi is celebrated for many reasons. Today I'm going to focus on one of them. Vaisakhi is a celebration of harvest, and it happens this year on April 13th, so we just celebrated Vaisakhi. I've taught a dance before, and if you've been watching this show, you might have learned it with me, called Bhangra. And Bhangra is a dance that we use in Punjab and everywhere you find Punjabi people to celebrate harvest. So today, we're going to learn some basic Bhangra steps and celebrate Vaisakhi. Let's dance! Ballet, ballet, ballet!
Ballet, ballet, ballet!
Okay, everyone, the first step we're going to try. We're going to march like this with your knees up in the air, and then put your arms up and your shoulders are going to go up and down. Imagine there's a string between your arm and your leg, so they go up together and down together, and then you do it on the other side. Let's try it with music. Mr. Bongo is playing a drum called the
Oh, Bale, bale, bale.
Let's go. Wonderful. Here's the next step. Bend your knees. We're going to step 1, 2, 3. Go the other way. 1, 2, 3. This arm here. And then you switch. Extend the other arm. Other way. Now we add the shoulders. Hut. Hut. Beautiful. Let's go from the top. Here we go. To the side. Wonderful! I'm going to teach you another step, which I think looks like a rainbow. We're going to take our arms overhead this way, and then this way. Like this. We're going to go jump, jump, jump with our feet. Add the arms. Shoulders, shoulders. Beautiful. Let's try from the beginning. Listen for Mr. Bongo to give us a cue. Here we go. Hut, 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 side. Rainbow. Bale, bale, bale. The last step I'm going to show you. We're going to do 3 hops like this on both feet. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Up. Try it. 1, 2, 3. Up. Other side. Hut. Now alternate. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. Hut. Hut. Wonderful. Let's go from the beginning. Ready, Mr. Bronco? Here we go. Here we go. Rainbow. Next step. Hut. 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 Wonderful! Thank you so much for dancing with us and for celebrating the Vaisakhi holiday. We can't wait to see you again. Bye!
Bye.
Hi, I'm Jesse.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Marina, and welcome to Neighborhood Nature.
Hey scientists! Today we are looking for a little bird that you may have seen humming around flowers or perched up on top of a tree. It's called Anna's hummingbird. Let's go!
The Anna's hummingbird is one of the smallest birds in San Francisco. These tiny birds are native to the western coast of North America. They like to live in wooded habitats, generally places with trees and lots of flowers. Hummingbirds love nectar, and if you don't know what nectar is a sweet, sugary liquid that can be found inside of flowers. Hummingbirds have a long, skinny beak that helps them find the nectar in flowers. Having a long skinny beak allows hummingbirds to choose specific flowers for nectar. Long tubular flowers that look like trumpets are the perfect shape for hummingbirds. They also look for flowers with bright colors, preferring flowers ranging from red to orange and even magenta. Hawks, owls, herons, and other larger birds are all potential predators to the Anna's hummingbird. But don't worry, these little birds are aggressive and territorial in nature and will fight animals that are much larger in size. Territorial means being protective of the space around them.
Hey Marina, do you know what time it is?
It's Park Fact!
Glen Canyon Park isn't your average park. It's a huge valley which has steep slopes creating fun hiking trails. This park is also home to many animal and plant species that we have featured on previous Neighborhood Nature episodes, including red-tailed hawks, banana slugs, slender salamanders, redwood trees, and California sagebrush. Practicing zero waste or trying to create less waste isn't just for us at home, but is also for the parks as well. Sorting your trash to the correct bin is a great way to protect and keep our parks clean and beautiful.
One way to help keep our parks clean is by practicing zero waste. We're going to go recycle this bottle to help keep our park clean.
If you are not sure which bin your trash goes into, make sure to check out the SF Environment website for more information.
Hello, I'm Superintendent Dr. Vincent Matthews of the San Francisco Unified School District. It made me so happy to spend time with you today. I hope you had fun too.
What did you make on the show today? Submit your content here using the QR code or go to bit.ly/SFUSD, yes, why yes, and watch all of our episodes at sfusd.edu/SF-loves-learning.
And now it's time to say goodbye. So let's sing our goodbye song. For this song, you have to use your whole body. Will you sing it with me? Are you ready? Wave high, wave low. For now, it's time to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wave your knees, wave your lips. Blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your ears, wave your hair. Wave your belly and wave your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eye. For now it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family.